Thronebreaker episode. So a little disclaimer is that everything that happens until the last chest on this map, I already played because I realized there was no sound. So I'll do all the missions and then we can continue on as you do. I was lucky to actually realize it after that because then like the main mission was very close by and we could just move on from there. So one of the chests was actually way down here. And I actually didn't see it at first. I actually sent out some scouts which actually found it eventually. This place where it starts playing the old geared music of Hearts of Stone. You can hear it. Now I'm not sure if this is actually the Von Everett mansion or Von Everett estate, but I mean, if it whistles that, it could very much be the case, honestly. And we also have a puzzle here. This puzzle, I think, gives us the golden chest in the end. But yeah, let's just do that puzzle and see how we go on from there. I actually already forgot how this worked. Banish all enemy cards before yours are banished. It's the memory one. Okay, so it's basically like a memory puzzle. I reveal like 2 cards and see whether they are the same. Okay. I think an Ike card was down there, and your cards are getting banished as well. Oh no, that's Gabor. I think Gabor's over here. No, that's Odo. Alright, let's just play this from the start again. Arnulf. Alright, Isbel. Uh-oh, we're not doing this here, even though we played a second time. Oh, there's Odo. There's the other Odo. Okay, we know that much. Okay, there's Gabor. I think the other Gabor was here, right? No, that was Caldwell. God damn it. Let's see what this gives us. Oh, Arnulf. Where was the other Arnulf? Wasn't he here? No, I'm stupid. Oh my. My memory's a bit foggy here. I don't know why. Alright, Gascon. We know those 2 Gascons. Oh my, we're gonna lose this, aren't we? Okay, there's 2 Gascons. There's a Rayla. I think Rayla's here. Okay. Arnulf. Is the Arnulf? Where's the other? Is the Arnulf right next to it? No. Oh god. Oh no. I think we only have like 1 more turn. Yeah, before ours are banished. So we have to do this all now. Ike? Is the Ike here? Or here? Oh no, we lost. Rayla? Wasn't Rayla here? No, that was Arnulf. Oh! First time snipe. Easy. Nick Boy, Isbel. Okay. I think you always have to figure out the corners first. Oh! Okay. Nick Boy. Wasn't he also there? Okay, sweet. Arnulf. Gascon. Okay. Arnulf and Arnulf. Okay. Isbel and Odo. Okay. I mean, now we should have it, right? Rayla. Gabor, okay. Gascon. Wait, wasn't Gascon in the middle there? Yeah. Rayla and Rayla. Odo and Odo? Gabor and Isbel. Okay, so we know. Now we know. But they do change every time, so you can't actually memorize it fully, which is kind of cool, actually. There's no full answer. And there is a chest. I think this one gives you Xavier Lemons. And I mean, it gives me a lot of money this time. But yeah, as I said, very sorry about that. No reaction to those. But as long as it's not the main mission, we're perfectly fine, honestly. Alright, we got a shrine here. Put it to up the morale. Cool stuff. Good stuff. And we got a Nilfgaardian Gate. A classic fight, which is obviously just going to be the victory screen in this case. Oh, by the way, there is something that I did change in my thing that I will have to show you. I changed my leader ability to Angren Blade. My Meave is now Angren Blade, and I have 4 of these Stray Bombers now in my deck because I think Stray Bombers are very powerful, especially with the leader ability that you can always consistently get like 2 fires on both rows, so yeah. Let's just skip to the victory screen now, though. Yay! Alright, so I showed you my new... I mean, I can show you my new deck, but I'm not going to. It's not that special. It's literally just a different leader, and the double fire is basically what I play for now. That's all that's new. That's literally all that is. Alright.
Meve now reached Willow, a settlement she knew well, for it lay near Waldenrad, where in peacetime she would go to escape her queenly duties and enjoy the thrill of a hunt.
Pheasant, grouse, and partridge in abundance. You will see,
said Meve in muted excitement, pivoting in her saddle to face Gascon.
Alright.
Alas, it appeared the war had ravaged even these woods.
No, not
where
these
life
woods.
had stirred and grown tall before, only resinous trunks remained. And the village itself had lost its quaint allure, surrounded now by a double stockade, a golden sun fluttering above it.
Bastards couldn't even let the damn trees be.
Gascon seethed.
The goddamn
Dismal
trees!
scene. Her once cherished wood, and it weighed heavily on the Queen's spirits. Waldenrad had been a place removed, where she could rest and forget the weight of her crown. Reynard's voice roused me from her sad reverie.
A Nilfgaardian garrison holds the village,
He said.
We ought to drive them out. Avoid any surprise later from the rear.
Attack!
the order to attack, but none is to play the hero. We shall breach or topple the stockade together. Senseless to perish so close to home.
Everything just
Reynard
attack,
nodded.
attack. Just
Moments
attack.
later, the Lyrians rushed forth and attacked.
Alright. That is the sign of attack. Alright, let's see how it goes. I mean, it should be too hard. It's a short battle. We got double fire. This is always pretty easy with double fire. Life is always very, very easy with double fire. I might actually get rid of the sappers. The sappers are kind of trash.
I smell a leak.
I smell a leak. Who else smells some leaks? Alright, Gabor.
You mad? Don't say that! For you, bow anything!
Douche. Oh wait, play this first, and this. Let's see what this gives us. It's probably gonna give us another bomber. Oh my, it's actually not giving us another bomber, but it's still not that great.
march! Order!
Oh, he has the highest unit still. That's good. Alright, what does this give us? Okay, this gives us this. Oh, that's actually really good.
Knock out one of your teeth.
Since now we have the chance of having the lowest unit. I mean, even if it boosts this, as long as this guy doesn't, like, live, we're fine. Alright, whatever. That's cool. Because now we can just yoink this with our parasite. I mean, the trophy. Oh no, we yoink this. We usually just yoink this. This card is busted. To yoink. I think I'd Regiment Drummer first.
Left.
Before I Wagenberg.
Left. Right.
Yeah, this double fire plus Mahakam Ale is just so good. It's so many passive points. It's actually insane. We might have too many. What's it called? War wagons here.
Wise choice.
Oh no, he's actually gonna kill that now. Almost. Almost. Didn't actually kill it. Okay, good.
Hungry like a wolf I am.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in not using this now. Just do it now. Alright, next up we're gonna yoink this lad. And this should be the game over. We can literally pass after that, I think. Yoink. And now we're just so many points up, it doesn't actually matter anymore. I wonder how hard Ardle actually is. Like, these battles are really easy. Like, really, really easy. Could literally just pass here. Like, actually, I could literally pass here. Alright, yeah, I'm actually gonna pass here and see if the computer actually can keep up here. I'm just curious, I don't know, like, there's no point in playing this. We're so many points up anyway. Plus, we're getting so many points anyway. Now he's just gonna play these Alba armor and then it's just gonna be late.
Description, a bit of bloodletting. A highly curious case.
I mean, it's not even close, honestly. Like, we had 4 cards to spare.
When the battle dust had settled, Neve instructed her soldiers to gather Willow Hane's inhabitants. Upon spotting their armed liberators, the common folk cowered in terror.
No longer need you fear.
The Queen shouted.
No longer must you worry about homes and loved ones. The war's nearly done.
Of a sudden, a villager dropped to his knees and raised his hands to the heavens in supplication.
Trache! Guide my Queen!
Neve broke off oddly, baffled by the
Oh,
man's outburst.
I think that's an Nilfgaardian.
And then it dawned on her. The
I mean,
Rivians
I know
of
it's
Willow Hane had been
Nilfgaardian. I've already played this.
Taking their place, Nilfgaardian settlers brought in to transform the near subsistence plots of local peasants into great estates producing for the Empire.
Okay.
Reynard managed to grasp the essence of the Nilfgaardian peasants' frantic pleas.
They wish to stay. They've come to love the land. They
good
pledged
land.
to renounce their emperor.
Because it's my land.
Swear allegiance to you as their rightful ruler. They...
Meve had stopped listening. She turned to survey the hamlet. The walls of the huts freshly whitewashed, tools neatly arranged, flower beds well tended. A young girl of 6 or 7 summers peered out from her hiding place in a sunflower patch.
Your Majesty,
Asked Reynard, having noted that Meve's mind had wandered.
what are your orders? What shall we do?
What are my orders? Well, in the first playthrough, I let the Nilfgaardian settler stay. So I'll let them stay again, because they do kind of...
They can
They
stay
seem
on 2
cool.
conditions. Tell them. For 15 years, they'll pay double the tax. And if any of the previous inhabitants return, they're to be given their huts, lands, and any crops produced in their absence without delay.
The
Those are
Nilfgaardian
pretty harsh
settlers
rules.
accepted the
But now the
terms
morale
with
drops, which is okay, whatever.
Meve's soldiers with
I mean, it's
markedly
bad
less
since
enthusiasm.
Ardle, but there's still a lot of
As
ways
the
to
force
get
left Willowhane,
high morale.
the troops made a show of knocking aside any food or drink the peasants offered.
Yeah, the soldiers are mad, but... I mean, the people have done well. Like, they didn't, like, completely destroy it. They live there. Like, it's their homes. And I mean, they do, like, respect me as their queen. I mean, look at this dialogue.
Hail, Reina, Maeve!
That's me!
Here, Eagle-Eye!
Yeah! Even though it's Nilfgaardian, it's still cool. They're still praising me for all I've done. And that makes me a good queen. Alright, so let's see what's up here.
Let me tell you of Ravencroft, a quarry Meve passed by. A quarry with a dark history. For years earlier, its wall had collapsed, burying dozens alive. Scholars summoned from Oxenfurt were unanimous in their findings. The rock was fragile, further digging would likely cause slides. Meve had heeded the scholars' advice and closed the quarry by royal decree.
Closed.
Yet now, as she neared it, Meve could hear the even tap of pickaxes. She dispatched scouts to investigate. They returned promptly, their faces sullen, their cloaks blanched with a fine limestone dust.
Quarry's open anew, Your Grace. Nilfgaardians. They've got folk in the pit working it. Appear to be from the surrounding villages.
Interesting. Their engineers have found a way to render it safe.
Yeah, I don't
secure
think
the
so.
walls.
I'd say that's right unlikely, Majesty. Judging by the fresh graves we saw.
My son, I trust now you see the superior culture Nilfgaard has brought.
Said Meve, turning towards
To
Willem.
the sun.
In answer, the prince merely dropped his head. The queen then turned to Reynard, as ever at her side.
Reynard, what do you advise?
As a soldier, my queen, I'd advise against any kind of assault. The terrain's hard, unsuitable for a fight, and we've little to gain from a victory.
Little?
Man, however,
Yes.
Little
to leave
ain't
our folk
nothing.
in chains in that death trap. It wouldn't be right.
Exactly. These are our folk. These are our subjects. We must save them from the hard labor and put them into even harder labor.
If I were to calculate in heart and mind, keep note of gains and losses,
Began Meve.
I'd bend the knee to the Imperials, just as Willem did. But bloody arithmetic won't dictate my course.
Oh.
For I do what's just. I do what's right. Follow me!
Her troops followed without hesitation, swords in hand, their hearts afire.
It's a fire heart. Alright, let's go. I mean, this is special rules. Okay, eliminate the slave drivers. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is really easy, because I have double fire. These, like, die immediately. Pretty much. Like they're very dead. Like, they are super dead.
Those Horsons.
Those
Forcing my own subjects to fight us.
I could be using those subjects. Okay, so you strengthen them, but that's not too bad since we could just like do this. Let's just do this again. Also add Arniolf into the mix. Actually, no, Wagenberg would be even smarter, but whatever. Like, this battle is so old. Like, this is over quickly. Really quickly. Like, you just have to kill all of these, and you're good. Okay, play Gabor here.
For you, pal! Anything.
Dish. Go douche. And I go douche. More fire. I mean, that's okay. Whatever. Now I just shoot like one of the big boys. Bye-bye. And now it's gonna be really over really quickly. And now we can literally just one-off him with the Slave Strangler, which I'm just gonna do. After that, it's literally over. Like, they have no way to boost these, so it's like, it's perfect for my day.
Your Grace, if we begin killing the overseers, the laborers will turn against them.
No.
Don't knock out one of
That's what I'm planning.
The overseers are dead, Your Grace.
That was fast. That was easy.
The Lyrians handily dispatched the Nilfgaardian.
I love that
overseers,
delivery. The overseers
more
are dead,
trained
my
in the
grace.
ways of the whip and the sword. Those who survived now found themselves shackled in the very chains they'd forced the peasants to wear. Peasants. Oh, unfortunate souls. The cruel labor in the quarry had taken its toll. They stood before the queen, shrunken to skin and bone, clothed in tattered rags, their eyes reddened by dust. But in those eyes burned a
Oh, that
brilliant
good dust,
fire.
you know what it is. Oh, but we got Muzzle. Muzzle is busted. I did add this card into my deck. This card is ridiculously good.
Treated us like dogs, stripped us of dignity. So we beg you, give us arms. Let us march neath your banner. 'Tis a chance at revenge we seek.
Oh,
we
they-
want.
Raynor
want
leaned
revenge.
toward Leave and spoke in a scarcely audible whisper.
Majesty, they've knout. Not boots, not even foot wraps. To equip the lot, train them, would cost a small fortune.
A small fortune, which we own. Look at this. We're so stacked. I mean, 1,600 ain't even nothing to me.
'Tis true. They've knout to their names.
Said the queen.
Have few skills to offer and little strength.
What do you mean skills? They literally
In their
labored
eyes
so
is
hard.
to know they'll never
They're
flee,
strong.
Never throw down their arms. Such recruits are worth coin in any amount.
Emaciated, downtrodden, the peasants met the queen's offer with gratitude. They relished the thought of facing their tormentors in a fight.
Yes, they are bloodthirsty animals. Is what they are. And they will be fighting for me as bloodthirsty animals. Alright, add Muzzle. I think I removed Decree for Muzzle. Alright, we're approaching this castle now. These guys are potential allies.
Meve spied the outline of Malabon Castle on the horizon and turned dour. True, no golden suns waved atop its towers. Yet
But
that
I saw
did
some
not
golden
mean
suns on the
those
map
within
there.
supported her. Malabon belonged to House Obert, long in conflict with Meve's own, and with Meve herself.
Behind their ramparts. Do you see them, Reynard?
Asked Meve, shaking her head.
Countless ballistae, collecting dust, while war rages all around.
Perhaps the Oberts will lend us aid.
Reynard replied.
True, you've been at odds with them in the past.
They kinda hate
But
me.
perhaps now, faced with a common foe.
A common foe?
Snorted the queen.
You mean Nilfgaard, to whom they opened their gates? Caldwell, whom they supported?
They supported me, Mother,
Willem said.
and I know they share my disappointment with General Fdahe's actions. When they see I now stand by your side, they might forget old wrongs.
He's got that talent. Alright, we're not asking
Things
him
I
for
do
help.
the good of my
Whatever.
realm.
Meve sighed.
So be it. Reynard, send a runner to the castle. Tell the Oberts their queen seeks a word.
Moments later, the castle's heavy iron gate creaked open.
Look at her.
Meve
Looks
rode
like
into the
Calanthe.
cobblestone courtyard, where Margravine Greta, head of the house, greeted her. Although, greeted is perhaps not the right word. for Lady Greta granted her only a barely perceptible nod.
Yeah.
What can I help you with, Meave?
Looks good.
The war, my dear. The one being fought outside the walls of your castle.
Greta
The
smiled
war!
to herself,
The
then
literal
intertwined her
killings
brittle,
and stuff.
ring-covered fingers.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
No
It is a
rings on the
vassal's
finger,
sacred
though.
duty to serve her liege, and
And my liege is King Willem.
Greta calmly retorted.
And then Kit Willem coming through.
Hearing his name, Willem stepped forward.
What's good,
I wish
mate?
to add my name to my mother's entreaty.
Said the prince.
We tried to pact with the Empire. We trusted General Fdahe's
These
promises.
two,
And he broke
they got
them,
something going on.
one after the other.
Margravine Greta
They got,
dropped her gaze.
they got.
The Oberts had lost lands, their serfs had been deported. Under Nilfgaard's rule, they had lost no less than the
Oh
other
yeah,
great
look at
families.
that, look at
Look no
that. That
further
hand,
delay.
the way they
We
touch
must
hands.
strike.
Oh yeah.
United with all our might.
Old people love
Only
Willem.
thus can we retain
I
hope
guess.
for a victory.
First you had Caldwell, now you have this lady. Willem, Willem's being
Mine
loved by
is
old
long
people.
lost.
The noblewoman replied in a whisper.
I watched from my tower as their troops marched past. An endless sea of black plate. But you are right, Your Majesty. At some point, one must say enough. Even if that is one's last word.
Willem grasped the Margravine's brittle hand and bowed.
Thank you. On behalf of myself, my mother, and all our land.
Meave left Malabon Castle reinforced by the Oberts and reassured by Willem's actions. If earlier she had harbored doubts about forgiving her son his betrayal, now she was convinced she had done the right thing.
Just like Spike Lee. Reinforced ballista. Okay. Oh yeah, let's look at reinforced ballista. Even though I know that I'm not gonna put it in my deck, I'm still gonna have to show you that card. All right, reinforced. It's a good card. Damage unit by 3, 2, and 1. It's like 6 damage every turn. It's pretty decent actually, but I just don't think it's good enough for this deck. I might actually. I mean, why do I have Sapper in the deck? Sapper is kind of useless. I could just remove Sappers in general. I feel like Sappers are kind of trash. Are they Blitz cards? Are the machine Blitz cards? Because that would actually make it a lot better. No, it's just a machine. I mean, we got some good engines. Like, Arniolf is a good engine already. I mean, this is better than Arniolf, but Arniolf's huge. He's a big boy. Oh, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This deck is fine. Just get rid of Sappers, and it's fine. Wait, what's going on here? Alright, this entire area is done. So let's move on to this area. To Carollton.
Meave's force reached Carollton, a small, run-down town.
The Blacklads, they've a strong garrison in place,
Proclaimed her scouts upon returning from a foray.
and they stand prepared for a siege. Their stores overflow, and we see ballistas, scorpions.
Carollton can be taken,
Began Reynard hesitantly.
but not without losses. Considerable losses.
a retreat. Is that what you advise?
I fear the soldiers wouldn't take to such a course. They're eager, Your Grace. They've a fire in them.
Not
Order
only
a
the
retreat and
soldiers.
You could devastate morale.
This guy as well.
Our
We're
losses may
gonna
be heavy,
order.
Said Meave, drawing her sword.
but I'll make certain the vile invader suffers even more.
Yeah.
Order the troops to prepare.
Let's go.
We will attack.
Soon after, the Lyrians moved on Carollton, war drums rumbling in step to their march. Upon the walls, the Nilfgaardians stood poised to defend.
Alright. Story battle, shortened battle. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna do the classic, you know, start a turn. Alright, we're gonna get rid of muzzle. Alzers into this. I kinda want a fire dude.
I won't leave a
Yeah.
single city to these invader scum. Valyria!
Invader scum.
For Rivia!
Okay, I will go ahead.
Wise choice.
I'm gonna just get rid of a Wagenberg here, honestly.
Ah!
Play one stray bomber and a Gabor.
You mad? Don't say that! You sure about that?
Play 3 trinkets. We can actually yoink this. Play this. Zap this. And yoink this lad. Now we got a pretty good position here.
Not fear! We must bring down their walls! Crush them!
We have the highest unit, so just play Wagenberg, right? I don't mind this actually. Like this forces him to row stack on this row. Cabo!
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
You.
Retreat!
It's just got a bunch of these guys.
Dive it the white of an eye from half a league away.
I should have moved them first. I mean, they're getting some good passive points as well. Alright, play this guy next.
Again and again and again.
Alright, I'm gonna use my Blacksmith now. Get rid of all the armor. Make it vulnerable to the fire. Alright, we're gonna yoink a you. Yoink a you.
Easier they are to target.
Kill you and shoot you. And now we should be good.
Life is mine now. We must trust each other.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Leave it at that. I don't think they can keep up with this anymore.
Now, how did that incantation go?
Look at that. It's a Vicavaro novice. Not that I care. We'll keep playing here. I'm not gonna use my leader though. It's pointless. It's just waste time.
It hurts him.
This is a bit of a problem though. Not really. I mean, I don't want to pass though.
Yes.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Do I have another? Okay, I have another Arbalist. I'm gonna kill one of these guys. Gonna play Barney.
Armor one.
What? Oh, yes, I'm on it.
That's kind of funny.
Time
We got the 30 first. So everything's just getting discarded. Whatever. This should be good now. This should officially be good now. Yeah, this is over. I mean, he didn't put so many points. Kind of mad.
Go on, Encader!
It's pretty big though, 32 brigade.
My, now that is some fancy weaponry.
That is some fancy
Still got that
weaponry.
war machine smell.
Yeah, Gascon, you know exactly what to say at the right time, man. I love Gascon. Gascon's the best.
Description, a bit of bloodshed.
Oh no, now you only need about 100 points.
Discipline. That's what you folk lack.
A highly
It
curious.
was close. Ah, it was actually kind of close. 20
Give it,
points
Your Grace.
in the end.
The city is ours.
20 points actually not
The
that
Nilfgaardians
much.
had indeed prepared well, with grapples to repel hook ladders from the walls and long spears to rain down upon attackers far below.
Some good weaponry.
Meve managed on the 4th attempt to breach the defenses, but did so scrambling over the corpses of her own men. The Queen was in the field tent when Reynard arrived with surprising news. To be heard over the groans of the wounded, he had to raise his voice.
Your Grace, a delegation of townsfolk. They seek an audience urgently.
Dozens of burghers stood before the tent.
Burgers.
Between them and the Queen, a
makes me
man
hungry.
knelt in shackles. His face was blooded as if he'd endured a vicious beating just moments before.
Who's this?
Our blacksmith, Todor.
Snarled a priestess in a frayed robe.
He betrayed you, Your Grace. Soon after the Nilfgaardians arrived, within hours in truth, he offered his labor and strength. They didn't even need to ask. Forged arms and armor for them, all for imperial gold.
Meave gripped the beaten man's beard, tugged upwards, and looked him in the eyes.
Did you forge the hooks and the tips for those spears?
I did, Your Grace.
It was
did?
fine work.
That was some
Wow.
damn handy work right
Damned
there.
fine.
Too good even.
Show him mercy, milady!
Cried a withered old man in a flour-spattered apron.
Oh, not the old man in a flower
Bastards
separate
captured my
apron.
son. They were eager to hang him. Todo spoke for him, saved his life.
He helped me too.
Hollered a woman in the crowd.
I were hungry. He shared what little he had.
So I mean, he's a little bish, but he's
The
good-hearted.
townsfolk began shouting over one another. Some told of the blacksmith's noble deeds. Others labelled him a traitor, deserving of a cruel and violent end. Neve turned back towards the field hospital, pondering the case. Then spotted her soldiers' corpses laid out in rows. Had it not been for Todor, there might not have been so many.
Mother,
Willem's voice pierced the air, replete with tension.
my offences were far graver, yet you showed me compassion.
Yeah, but you're my son. I'll release. I mean, the first time I released
This
him,
man forged arms for the Nilfgaardians.
so I'll
'Tis
release him
true.
again.
Said Meave
I keep
to the
it true
crowd.
to my
Yet
first
you,
intuitions.
Baker, baked the bread they ate.
The reason I
And
did,
you,
yeah, is
Potter,
because
stained
exactly
the
what she
cups from which
says.
they drank. Willingly or not, each of you aided the invader. Where does pursuing one's craft end and treason begin? I've no answer to that. So I shan't punish any for doing merely what's theirs to do.
Upon hearing the verdict, the Queen's troops stared in disbelief, then began to boil. As she walked back calmly to the tent, they jeered and hissed. At the last, it took Reynard to calm them down. Meave had saved Todor, but she was convinced she'd not see the blacksmith again. Come evening, he returned to the camp, with a wagon full of arms so new they shone.
Oh!
If it weren't for you, Your Grace, they'd have
Look
torn me
at
to
that.
bits with the bare hands.
Beautiful.
He said, kneeling before her.
I thank you for speaking up for me. For my innocence, that is. I've a gift for you. A gift I knows you'll put to proper use.
Meave took a spear in hand, put it to her shoulder, and gazed down the shaft. The tip glowed red in the light of the setting sun.
Of that, my friend, you can be sure.
Yeah, and we get a new leader because of it. Nice. Alright, let's see what this leader does. Oh, the morale dropped, though. The morale drops because I do that. But I get a new leader, so that's pretty cool. Set a unit's power to 1, and then trigger all loyal abilities. I do still think that Angreni Blade is so busted. I thought it was bad at first, but this card is just too good. This leader is just too good. Playing 2 cards at the same time is pretty ridiculous. It's basically like Ryla and Xavier Lemons, whom I lost. But now, it's I can do it every 6 turns. So it's like, hey, whatever. Let's see what's going on over here.
The hut's untouched. Ripe grain in the fields, 'tis hard to believe. I feared we'd have another Edirn here, with the Blackclads setting fire to all.
I feared nothing of the sort. Nilfgaard's not stupid. Lands it aims to hold, it doesn't destroy. And Willem did bend the knee to the Emperor.
Willem did indeed bend the knee. Alright, 2,500 for a piece of Dragon's Dream. Give me that. I didn't even bother reading it, I'm sorry guys. If I know what I'm getting, I don't really care. If I already know what I'm getting here. Alright, I think this is just a regular fight over here, so I'm just gonna sway away from that for the moment. And try and find the golden treasure. The last golden treasure. I mean, we still have these cows. This cow puzzle was actually kind of difficult. Because I thought you could only... Wait, well, let's first look at this. Destroy all enemy units. Hint, the ranged cows will devour anything. Hint, swap any 2 units. Swap any 2 units, basically. I didn't read that last part. I thought you could only move them to adjacent positions. Now, I might not be able to do this first try, but... I'll always try here, obviously. Retreat this guy. And I retreat this lad. Then I poison this lad. Yeah, and then I poison this cow. Actually, retreat this cow. Okay. There you go. That's how you do it. Raise a cow? Wasn't crazy enough. Oh yes, look at that. It's a grave. You know what that means. High morale. Oh god. Yeah, though, that's pretty convenient, though. Graves are very convenient in this game, as they just hire your morale for, like, a very cheap price. God damn it, what am I even saying here? Rest in peace to all my dudes who are buried in this grave. Okay, I'm guessing... Yeah, let's just do this first before we fight the classic fight here.
Broadhead now loomed before Meve and her force. Once famous for its glowing forges and clanking manufactories, the city now stood silent. Why, you might ask? Because Mahakam. Decades past, it had opened its gates to human merchants and dwarven arms, exquisitely crafted and not nearly as dear as those made by man. The caravans had simply stopped coming to Broadhead. When its black-clad garrison spotted the Lyrians approaching, they'd hastily fled, left the city's gates open wide. Yet, they did not leave empty-handed. Their convoy comprising at least a dozen wagons loaded ostensibly to...
Now, I know what's in there, but at first I thought there was humans in there.
Something damn heavy,
replied Gascon, squinting his
Are there
eyes.
actually going to be humans in there?
2 horses.
We're gonna have to
pull
find
each
out.
wagon, and the wheels cut deep into the road.
Take the city without a fight. Pursue the we're pursuing.
They've taken from
we're
my
pursuing.
city.
Began the Queen.
They've taken from me, and I will have it back. Follow me!
Meve spurred her horse and galloped off in pursuit of the fleeing caravan. When the Blackclads realized they had no hope of escape, they planted pikes and feet, bracing for the assault.
Dum 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 dum. Alright. Shortened battle. So something that is story based, so we will obviously show it. And obviously, you know what's gonna happen here, lads.
Whatever you carry belongs to me.
Stupid. Whatever you carry belongs to me.
Don't safe-el.
I don't care about these. They can die. They can live.
I
For
smell
all
a
I
leak.
care. I just care about Gabor. I guess I play the bomber first and then Gabor.
You mad?
Are you mad?
Have her done in a jiffy.
Douche, douche, douche. And we yoink at this lad. This chunky lad. Lad, you're getting yoinked! Now we just have such a huge lead on them. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane.
Got sand aplenty in.
He has the lowest unit.
Life is mine now.
Your life is mine now. Well, your life is mine now. I love that. I'll always love that. That's so stupid. Oh wait, wrong card. Doop, doop, doop. I mean, the Magni division is probably the strongest card in these decks, like the average Nilfgaard decks.
Wise choice.
Bad situation
Army's
here.
a waste of time.
This is gonna be fine. Trust me. This is fine. This. I mean, these are pretty big. These are pretty ridiculous, actually. But they're just gonna lose armor slowly and steadily, and slowly and steadily. We're just gonna gain passive points. I don't like how the computer takes so long sometimes to load his plays. Oh, you can actually kill this now. That's actually kind of good for him. Really annoying. Alright, I'm gonna yoink one of these chunky lads. Chunky lad, you're mine now. Your life is mine now. Literally. Oh my, how many Magni divisions do they have? I might actually lose this. As if I'm actually gonna lose games. He's got a lot of good cards in Nilfgaard, actually. Okay, we're gonna move some stuff down here. Hoping that the fire will take care of him. Which it kind of does. But this Odo is just gonna be insane. Ooh. This is quite a chunky lad. I might actually lose this. Huh.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
And hit this. Alright, let's do this. I mean, we just play Isbel with leader in that case. If it ever looks like it's gonna get close, and then it's not gonna be close anymore. This spell carries too hard. This spell carries way too hard in this game. Okay, I'm gonna remove a U. Play Isbel and I guess Gascon.
So much anger
88, okay.
and suffering. For what?
For what? For the victory of our land. This leader ability is pretty busted. I thought it was bad at first, but it's actually the best one. It didn't even need Isabel at the end of the day. That's pretty convenient.
Enough! I refuse to die for these scraps!
I refuse to die for these scraps. Yeah, it's the scraps which they had.
Me personally,
I thought it was humans.
None too gently shackled the Nilfgaardian commander,
just
a
useless
young
scrap.
nobleman with a precisely trimmed moustache. Like many noble Imperials, he spoke fluent common.
The wagons. What's in them, Captain?
Scrap, Your Majesty.
The Imperial promptly replied. Noting the Queen's confusion, he elaborated.
To be melted down and recast into arrowheads and spear tips. Our engineers originally planned to use the foundries in Broadhead, yet these proved too primitive. We were ordered to remove the scrap, take it elsewhere.
Any pride from the victory vanished in an instant. And Meave
This is just a huge insult to like the
shame.
Northerners.
The shame came from realizing that to the invader, her realm was naught more than a weak, underdeveloped backwater. Meave slammed the chest she'd opened shut.
Blast.
So
Back to Broadhead. Let's ride.
I thought she just smashed her chest.
Crumbling walls, shattered windows.
She should show her
rotted
chest.
wood. Broadhead was bleak, a dull shadow of its former self. As the Lyrians entered, the somber townsfolk glared at the arrivals and uttered not a word. That is, until they saw Willem and began to hiss and growl. Meave resolved to address the crowd.
Folk of Broadhead, you're free at last.
Yeah,
The
peasants.
Nilfgaardian occupation is done.
Aye, and a new one starts now.
Are you madman?
Are you
Don't
madman?
you recognize our banners? The Lyrian army stands before you.
Why you?
Oh, I recognise banners. Served neath them as a sergeant 15 long years. And then I came back to my hometown. Know what I found? Hardship and squalor, your grace. All had gone to shite. On account of damn dwarves.
I don't blame the
Flooding
dwarves,
Rivia
man,
with
for
their
you being
metal
idiots.
guns for years
I mean,
now.
not idiots,
Us
just bad
smiths don't so much as
craftsmen.
light their pipes in their foundries no more. You call yourselves the Lyrian army. Colours and banners confirm it. Well, what about your arms? Weren't forged in us fires, but in Mahakams, by us worst foes. Hell, I even see some at knobheads in your ranks. And right behind, Prince Willem, who bent a knee to blackclads not long past. So what freedom's it you're giving us, your grace? Freedom to beg in common, not in Nilfgaard's mongrel tongue.
I'll give you the freedom to go plow yourself.
What are you on about, man?
There's no
Man.
levy on goods for
Oi, man.
Mahakam. But without it, us workshops don't stand a chance. And ye, your grace, you wear their armour, bear their arms, and bring bearded bastards to our doorstep.
This is war. I do what I must to win.
War on. I do
Flog this
whatever I
man.
must to
I
win.
just saw the option.
Aye, Majesty. And you run up a debt with dwarves. A debt you'll need to repay.
Hey.
At the cost of your own
The
craftsmen.
dwarves got a debt on me.
Enough.
They're repaying their debt.
Consider
So
yourself lucky you've a merciful queen. I'd have had your head off by now. Move along.
Before Meave could leave the market square, Barnabas politely interjected.
Frankly speaking, there's a bit of truth to what the man says.
I'm perfectly
obviously.
aware of that. But what do you want?
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but perhaps I might be of some help.
Do tell how.
Alright.
I'm all ears.
I mean, this guy's all ears.
Everything your folk make here, the dwarves of Mahakam make twice as fast and twice as well. You must find a so-called niche, an innovation. And it just so happens innovations
Are your speciality.
at the risk of being immodest. Exactly. Besides, it might serve the cause of peace to show the folk here, non-humans, are not all bad, that they can help. Not just steal human jobs and piss in their milk.
I'll consider it
Wait,
Barnabas.
no one said anything
Think and
about
let you know.
pissing in the milk.
The time came to leave Broadhead.
It's like,
so Neve summoned her advisors,
yeah,
eager
no one
to hear
pisses in
their
anyone's
counsel.
milk.
They put forth ideas, many of merit, but the Queen would decide the city's future.
Okay, so, and trusting, like, the idea is to invest and spend money, gets the morale up, ignoring the Broadhead's hardships. That's the worst one, obviously. Or entrusting the city to Barnabas. Entrusting the city to Barnabas means we lose Barnabas in our deck. But, I mean, Barnabas is not even that good, so... Honestly, it's a good ending to Barnabas' story. To help out in my country, to flourish the economy.
After careful deliberation, the Queen approved Barnabas's proposal. He would
I
manage
salute
the
you,
city's
Barnabas.
ailing industry and seek
You've
to
done us
restore
well
it to
with
health.
your RNG
Barnabas,
nonsense.
Just please, do your best not to blow it all up.
Don't you worry, Your Grace. The only boom in this town's future is that of the economic sort.
Barnabas, you gnome. Oh, and this also puts out the morale, so that's also cool.
At first, the Rivian townsfolk were skeptical of the Queen's decision, but Barnabas's schemes bore immediate fruit. Soon, the foundries and manufactories were bustling with life.
Bustling.
Before long,
I don't
Neve
even know what that
herself
means.
received new goods produced there.
Alright, this guy has something to say.
No ally of gnomes or any freaks, but this Barnabas bloke, he's not a bad apple.
I know, right? He's a pretty good apple. He's a Granny Smith of apples. Alright, what is this guy gonna say? Your Majesty, some townsfolk have requested an audience. Their relatives made for the mountains of Macam not long ago in search of gold, though they have since received no word back. They ask whether you know their fate. I believe these gold seekers to be the same Rivians whom caught thieving, then handed over to the Dwarves. What should we tell their families? Well, just give him a little money. Just give him a little money. Alright, just fight these Nilfgaardians for the moment. Yay! Oh, that's another fight. Alright, we're just gonna skip this one. Alright. So actually now I'm at a point where I actually don't remember this place, and I don't think I've actually played this through. So yeah, from now on everything is completely new.
The wind howls like a ghastly apparition.
Alright. The wind howls like a ghastly apparition. Alright. Over here is a puzzle. Alright, let's see how this puzzle goes. Eliminate the slave drivers. Don't let any unit die. Use your leader's ability. Okay. Okay. Alright, so on every turn, on turn start, damages the slave. Wait, what? How is this a slave? I'm guessing this is a slave. This guy clearly isn't a slave though, so I mean, it's probably like this. Okay, whatever. Wait, they're immune? Wait, how do you get Wagenberg though? I don't think you draw any cards here. Alright, let's just read. Mark a unit. After 3 turns on turn start, switch its power with this unit's power. Okay. I mean, this is classic alchemist. Lyrian Synthman. Boost this unit by 5. Give 1 charge to the card on the right. Okay. Slave, when damaged by slave driver, damage the lowest enemy by 1. If this unit's power is higher than slave driver's. Oh, okay. So this is how you basically put this on a higher level, on a higher power than this. Start with a big synthman. Alright. This is gonna get damaged. I think I want to... Oh yeah, because I will change one card's power to this card's power. So I think positioning here actually matters, since we need to boost it by the left card. Alright, so Horse Thief.
Pay the toll in one of 2 ways. In silver or in blood.
I think, yeah, we have to also... Yeah, I think then we have to switch these powers as well. Okay, that makes sense actually. Alright, so now we play Alchemist.
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Alright, this is 1 more timer. I guess we can give a charge to this, I guess. Actually, maybe we need to play Slave
There's been a
Alchemist
mistake.
first. I think we can flow this Alchemist. Alright, so now this changes the power here. And we can do this, and do this.
Of course I'll manage.
Do this. Wait, is that... Okay. Okay. Okay! Nice! That was kind of easy. I mean, it was kind of complicated, but that's alright, I guess. I think there's one last question.
When Eve saw Reynard's usually stoic visage rent by a half-moon grin, she knew he brought particularly good news.
Your Grace, our toil has borne fruit.
I thought
the liberated
our
towns
toilet.
of Rivia have hired an outfit of mercenaries conveyed to your command.
I thought you
along
said
with wishes for a
toilet.
speedy victory.
Our toilet has
Eve
borne
cast
fruit.
an eye over the long column of hired soldiers,
Oh, 300.
taking in their top-notch arms and battle-hardened faces,
With support like this to bolster our ranks, our way grows easier.
said the Queen with a smile.
Send the townsmen a letter. Say their queen thanks them for their devotion to the realm. And when the time
Thanks.
comes, she shall reward them fittingly.
Oh, a fitting reward. That sounds promising. Right, is there anything left here? Oh, okay, so that was a question mark. Alright. Dude, is this it? Is this the end of Thronebreaker? Oh my. Could this be the final battle? The final moments of this great game? First, we gotta get some loot, obviously. But then, could this be the final moments? Oh, this woman wants something. Okay. Oh, okay, the last fraction of the Dragon's Dream. Yeah, oh, yeah. Take it from her. Right before the final battle, get a low morale. Yeah, that's not very smart. Okay. It could be a challenge, but we could do it as a challenge. Alright, what does this do? After 5 turns on turn end, destroy 5 random enemies? Nah, this is bad. Especially 5 turns. Maybe it's like 3. If it was like 3 turns, I would have used it, but 5 turns is a bit too long.
Rivia Castle. Seems our journey nears its end.
Oh no.
That end could yet prove tragic.
Oh no!
With daunting tasks ahead.
I don't want a tragic
Pride.
ending.
It's all I ever felt pondering those walls.
I want
Yet now,
love and
to
peace.
behold them from below, I truly do wish we hadn't built them so tall.
Yeah, hard to sort of siege your own castle. That means it's a good castle, though. Oh man, this is it. This is it, lads. This is the end, the final journey. Let's go. Alright, we got everything done here, so let's just continue.
The castle of Rivia now loomed before the Lyrians. Water surrounded it on 3 sides, and dual defensive walls studded with podgy turrets completed its perimeter. It was famously difficult to take, and had changed hands only once. A few months before, when traitors opened its gates to the Nilfgaardians, foreign banners waved upon the walls. The Golden Sun and General Fdahe's crest on Rivia's walls. The walls of home. There was somber silence among the troops, the glee and pride of many triumphs suddenly gone. For each knew if the Queen ordered an assault, most would lie dead by sunrise.
Oh no.
Your Majesty,
began Reynard in a reassuring tone.
Reynard,
we
reassure
need to
me,
strike
reassure
quickly.
me.
We've time on our side. To prepare would be wise. 2 months, I wager.
We got some
Perfectly
time.
enough. We stop supplies from getting through. They'll capitulate, I've little doubt. Or at worst, be too weak to defend the fortress.
Reynard's reasoning was sound. There was no need for urgency. Meve had the upper hand for the first time in this war.
Get the upper hand. Withdraw. Oh yeah, it's like at the end of the road, you know what, guys? This isn't worth it. Let's just go back to Mahakam and drink our friggin' souls off.
These invaders have grown fond of Rivia Castle,
said Meve.
so let them stay and rot.
Oh, I thought we siege now.
Erect road barricades.
I
and
thought she was
guard
like, nah,
posts
screw this,
in
we're
city and
sieging now.
citadel. Gascon, seize all boats, barges,
Right.
anything that floats. Stop anything from entering from the lake. Move!
Soon, Rivia Castle stood isolated from the world outside its walls. All roads leading to it were blocked, impassable. Fishing boats, a cordon, embraced the fortress on Loch Escalot. The lanterns on their bows glowed like fireflies in summer. Then, an emissary from the castle brought a message for the Queen. General Fdahe wished to meet, face to face, and half the way between the citadel and the Lyrian camp.
Well, well, some general.
Smirked Gascon.
We've barely snapped the trap shut, yet he's already shaking in his knickers.
Be on your guard, Mother.
Said Willem.
Fdahe I know better than anyone here. The man always has a trick up his sleeve.
We've a few of our own. Sleeves and tricks. but I thank you for the warning and concern.
Willem knows. Oh, Willem, what have you done with Mr. Fdahe?
Eve proceeded to the meeting point without delay. A lone rider soon appeared on the horizon. He came adorned in rich black robes, their golden trim shimmering in stray sunbeams. She'd seen him before, in Edirn, through the megascope.
We get to see him in person now.
You came as I requested.
Oh.
Good. Very good.
Ooh, man, he's looking good though. Look at that rag. Oh my god, that is some fancy clothing right there.
I couldn't possibly refuse such a courteous invitation, especially as compared to your previous missive. The art of diplomacy, you've improved your grasp.
But I could say the same of you. I was surprised, no, impressed, that you didn't have my messenger flogged, then beheaded.
It happened one time. It happened one time. Come on.
We must set aside this bitterness. I'd like to formally welcome you to Rivia, dear Queen.
I see you've readily adopted the role of gracious host in my home.
In point of fact, I've grown fond of the castle.
It's a pretty good castle.
Fortifications impressive, atypical of the north. Not so your brave soldiers, whom we shall pick off like ducks. I pity them.
I pity them. Hey, shut up!
Dry your eyes, General. Rest easy. I've no plans for a quick assault. I shall first wait to hear the rumbling in your bellies.
Remarkable. You truly believe you can win this war? I've not been in the north long, but have discovered something all the same. You don't grasp complex ideas. You know Nilfgaard is large, but your minds don't fathom its enormity. You see, for every army you defeat, another will come to take its place. One larger and better equipped.
It's like a phoenix.
Even now, as we so pleasantly chat, Army Group East is en route to lift your siege.
Army Group East? Come on, give it a better name than that. Like, Backup Boys or something. That's not a cool name for an army.
Due to arrive tomorrow. And do you know what will happen when they do? They will crush you against your own castle's walls, like the maddening flea you are.
You calling me a flea? Oh, now you're taking it too far, lad. Go plow yourself.
Nilfgaardian scum.
Charming. Is that all you wish to say?
Yes.
I prefer action to words. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Unlikely. In fact, I doubt you'll reach the walls at all.
Pray that I don't.
Is that a challenge?
For if I find you midst the fray, I shall strangle you with my bare hands.
Without awaiting a response from General Fdahe, Neve pivoted and turned toward camp.
Alright.
Her pace was quick, despite a heavy heart.
Okay. This is camp. What's up, Mr. Camp? Oh, it's actually the camp. That's cool. You have the one tent here, the other tent here, this tent here.
Rule, human fortifications aren't worth a pound of shield marshite. But this fort sure turned out alright for you.
That's a pretty good fort. You're right there, Gabor. I did put all my heart and soul into it. Oh, these are the training guns, which I've never used.
Gonna be one hell of a night! Ah! Ah! Ah!
That's what I like to hear, Arnulf. That's the type of motivation everybody needs right now. Oh, we have Isabel as well.
Many will die today. Too many.
You mean not enough? There's never enough deaths in this army. We gotta kill and get killed. Better to kill, but being killed, it's not that much of a problem sometimes. Alright, so we have Willem, Odo, and... Willem looks weird. Why does he have, like, white hair? That laugh is nice. Got the lads. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks cool. That's a pretty good castle.
Meve's closest advisors already awaited her in the command tent.
What if I didn't
in a few brief words,
have any of
the
them?
Queen gave
Any
a
of my
report of the meeting,
advisors?
only with great effort masking the quavering in her voice.
An army, an immense one, approaches from the west. If we meet in open battle, we stand not a chance.
Uh-oh.
Damn it!
So he wasn't lying.
Why did no one warn me?
Our scouts were discovered. Captured. It must be that.
Yes, it didn't seem right. Our way so clear, so untroubled.
We must flee? Not at all heroic, I admit, but sure as hell better than being trampled into the dirt.
Gascon suggested to flee. That's so uncharacteristic of him.
Easily said, but for a problem. Our force is chiefly infantry. The army that draws near includes cavalry, several regiments. We cannot hope to escape them. We cannot hope to hide.
What do you advise?
We've two options. Capitulate.
Out of the question.
Nope.
Or take the castle. Tonight.
See, that's an option I like to hear.
Suppose for a moment it's possible. Tell me how and at what cost. Are we to scale a mountain of comrades' corpses to reach the top of the wall? I know we're at war and many die. But to command our troops to take that citadel is to condemn them to certain death.
Rivia's walls are unassailable, I fully agree. But there's more than one way to take any fort, and this fort too.
I think I like where this is going.
Oh yeah, it's me
I know
too.
this citadel like no one else.
Ooh.
I know its one potential weakness. The boat landing.
Wait. That narrowest of piers between the two turrets? The one where the fishermen would land?
The same. As I'm sure you recall, Your Grace, at that narrow pier's end stands a narrow door leading straight into the fortress. A small detachment could approach unnoticed, overwhelm any sentries, and get inside.
I know the perfect person for that.
What then?
They would need to pass through the fort to the winch in the guardhouse. Open the gate for the rest of the force.
That is suicide.
Perhaps.
Suicide,
but
perhaps.
as options go, we have it alone.
And I'm to choose to send folk there. Most certainly to die.
You needn't choose anyone, for I volunteer.
No.
And we'll take
No,
only
no,
those
no.
willing to do the very same.
Odo, you're gonna do it. I don't want you to die, though. And I mean, you're not really as sneaky as another person
Bloody
in this room.
wretched plan.
And you've a better one, do you?
Of course.
Ooh. Oh, he's got
Oh,
another
no,
plan.
instead.
Oh. Yeah, see, that's what I was
Beg
suggesting.
your pardon? I don't.
Face it, Reynard, you couldn't sneak past a corpse. Sound like a bloody tambourine in that armour.
It's
Apart
true.
from which, you're Maeve's right hand. So you ought to be by her side when the fighting starts.
Yeah, I believe Gascon will come out there alive. Yeah, Gascon's gonna come through, and we're gonna meet him at the gate, gonna be like, what's up, my man? And we're gonna take on Ardalan, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a victory. Oh, so this is where I choose? Okay, I mean, obviously Gascon.
Firstly, Reynard,
Gascon is the
I'm
one.
grateful.
Gascon is the boy.
Well done, my friend.
Thank you, Your Grace.
But truth be told, I did indeed hear you walking to the tent from the other side of camp. And yes, you know Rivia Castle better than anyone else. But the assault must transpire silently.
Yeah.
Gascon will lead the force.
Understood, Your Grace.
And he'll lead them well.
Cheers, Maeve.
Cheers,
I'll try not
Gascon.
to disappoint.
You won't, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, you
God
won't.
speed you on your
Let's
way,
go.
and please, try your damnedest not to die.
Gascon hand-picked his men, those most adept with daggers, not swords. Noiselessly, they glided through the dark toward the castle, the light of its lanterns blurred by the evening mist. Maeve watched anxiously as the boats glided away.
Dude, I'm
her
getting
heart
nervous, dude.
pounding
This
in
is
her ear.
it. This is the
All
final.
depended on this mission. The fate of her realms, perhaps all the North.
This is
the
the
lives of her
final.
troops, and her own. Now there was naught she could do but wait.
Good luck,
she whispered, gazing at the fortress walls, cloaked by the dark that seemed to surround all now.
Oh, okay. Use Gascon to infiltrate the tower. Do not let Gascon die. Use your leader ability. Okay. So it's a puzzle. I guess we're starting off with a puzzle before the actual battle, I'm guessing. Okay. Alright, spotters. When the enemy unit loses their ability, move one place to the right. When this unit reaches the rightmost side, return to its original position. If Maeve's chosen hero... Wait. If Maeve's chosen hero is adjacent to this unit, transform into Nilfgaardian Pursuer. Nilfgaardian Pursuer. When Maeve uses her ability, decrease this unit timer by 1. When the timer expires, destroy Maeve's chosen hero. Alright. I mean, I see a nice little pathway through here. Let's just start with this then.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Nice passed. Okay, so we can move. Oh wait. Oh, that's not good. Hold up, I think I'm trapped. Okay, now we got the pursuer. And we are absolutely screwed here. Oh, God. We found a way through, though. Uh-oh. Oh.
No, it can't
No,
be
no, no,
not
no,
yet.
no, Gascon, no! Okay, we get to try again. Alright, maybe if they're all gonna move to the right, maybe I should just start on the left.
Coin never stinks, no matter
Who
how
knows?
rank the pouch.
Oh yeah, then oh wait, he doesn't move then. Okay, let's just move one to the left here. Move one to this side. Move this over here. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, now we're surrounded by two of these.
You see to the winch. We'll hold them off.
Oh god, we got two of them. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Okay, dude. Oh! So close.
No.
So close, so
No,
close.
it can't be. Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet, no. I don't think I've... Oh, destroy a spotter? Oh, that makes things a lot easier.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Okay. So I destroyed this guy, I think.
Knock them off the wall. Let's teach them to fly.
Ah, and that makes things a lot easier, right? Because now these guys move. And now I can move like these.
You see to the winch. We'll hold them off.
Yeah, but he's gonna move now. And I'm just gonna do this. And we through, baby. Let's go.
Open the gates.
Open the gates.
The Lyrians prepared for battle. Their silence absolute.
Alright, this is
in
it.
darkness,
This is it, lads.
illuminated only by the pale light of the moon.
Alright, we're gonna do this.
Neve was restless.
We're gonna
She
do this,
paced
lads.
nervously in a circular pattern.
We're gonna make this
awaiting
happen.
The signal they'd agreed upon.
Blast,
We're
it's
gonna make this
taking long. Much too long.
Uh-oh.
Finally, a torch's faint glow appeared atop the tower in
Yes, we did it.
It disappeared.
Gascon.
Then glowed again.
Mm,
And
coming
one
in
more
clutch as
time
always.
around. Meve leapt in the
I wonder
air,
what would have happened
and
if
as she
Odo
did
went
so,
through.
barely stifled a cry of utter joy.
They made it.
Yes,
It
let's go.
worked.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's time. Sound
Let's
the
go.
horn.
Let's go. 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 Let's go.
Lyrians in the hundreds burst from the trees.
Lydia!
The Nilfgaardian defenders loaded their catapults
Oh.
and ballistae. They did so slowly, convinced the castle walls remained impenetrable.
But little did they
Then
know.
They heard chains grinding and clinking, and the sound sent shivers down their spines. Bewildered, they watched the main gate rise as the attacking force rushed forward.
Yes, yes, yes.
General Fdahe dispatched an elite unit to take back the winch at once. Yet he saw this was in vain and all was lost when Meve rode into the castle courtyard. Meve had begun the day known as a great warrior. Yet by night's end, legend was the cloak she wore.
We legend,
Her shield stopped powerful blow after blow as her blade found gaps in her foe's black armor.
Oh, yeah.
At first, Nilfgaardians scoured the fray in search of the queen, hoping to prove great heroes. Soon, she was their chief scourge, and they began to flee before her blade that sung their death. What was this extraordinary vigor that surged through Meve?
Oh, yeah.
Naturally, she wished to liberate her castle and realm, drive off the invaders, defeat the arrogant General Fdahe. But in that
Get
moment,
outta here.
above all else, she longed to fight her way through to the guardhouse and bring Gascon's party relief.
Follow me! Move!
Let's go. Let's get Gascon,
She
baby.
stepped through the door into the tower. The silence told Meve she'd arrived too late. Gascon's men lay slaughtered in pools of their own blood. The man himself slumped over the winch's crotch.
No. Come on, Gascon.
3 arrows in his chest rose and fell with his each ragged breath. Meve tore off her cloak and pressed it against him, desperate to stem the
I'm not
bleeding.
crying. I'm not crying. It's raining.
Help's on the way. Don't you even think of dying.
You know, wheezed Gascon, a slight smirk on his lips.
I always enjoyed doing things just to spite you.
Medics on the stairs in the guardhouse, steps away, heard a long, blood-curdling wail. They entered the room to find the Queen kneeling, pounding the wall with her fists, her eyes flooded with tears.
Only her
Gascon
eyes, not
lay
mine.
motionless beside her, covered by her cloak.
You're crying. I'm not crying. Shit. No, not Gascon. No.
The Queen rose,
No.
her fists clenched, her shoulders rigid,
man.
her knuckles white. Her face betrayed no sorrow, no despair, just rage, hot as a forge, immeasurable.
Now's not the time to mourn.
Seethed Meave.
It's not the
struggling
time,
to
boys.
stay
We
calm.
gotta fight. We gotta get revenge, man.
Slaughter. Revenge.
Abdahi must
Victory
die.
today. We'll
Abdahi
recover
must
our
be
home,
defeated.
Return to our kin and set our blades aside at last. Yet until victory is ours,
Oh
they must
yeah,
drink.
this is gonna be an epic
Drink
final.
greedily of Nilfgaardian blood.
Oh yes, let's drink their blood. Okay, let's maybe not get too ahead of that, but let's maybe take a little sip, a little shot of Nilfgaardian blood. I think that's a good compromise.
Valyrians were at the brink, near their breaking point.
Oh man, no,
They
not
followed
Cascon,
Meave for
no.
thousands of miles, over
No.
snow-clad peaks, through forbidding swamps. They'd fought, survived countless battles at her side.
I mean, at least he died a
And
hero's
though their
death.
gazes were now weary,
He died a real
she
hero's
knew
death.
they'd follow her into fire.
Your Grace, the Blackclads, they've holed themselves up in the upper keep. We went to breach the wall, alas to no avail.
Meave nodded, twirled her sword, then leapt upon a mountain.
I really thought he'd break
Her
it through as
eyes
well,
spoke
man.
Pure determination.
So we'll bloody well try again.
Alright, we'll do this. This is it. Is this it? This must be it, right? Ooh, hello, Mr. Ardle. Are you ready to get beat? Alright, let's go, let's go. How good is this guy? That everyone's being like, oh, you can't defeat. Oh, okay, so he's already got like a starting space. Alright, what does this leader do? Reveal a unit from each player's deck. If yours has more power boost than ally by 10, cooldown 1. Cool. Wait, what? He gets 10 points per turn? Wait, what is it? Whenever an ally is destroyed, summon another unit from your deck in its place. Limits 10 times per turn. Are you serious? Okay, how do you actually defeat that? Oh god, how do you actually defeat that? That's actually kind of nuts. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
This is the end, Fdahe. Do you hear me?
Dude,
I shall
what?
stick your head on a pike.
How am I gonna win this? Alright, I think I need to win round 1 though. I mean, always try and win round 1. That's usually how it goes.
This could hurt.
And just double fire round 1. And then play for maybe like... Isbel, I think Isbel is obviously win condition in any case. I mean, this guy is probably going to produce a lot of points, so I think Isbel is going to have to come in clutch here for sure.
Watch
Oh, that's
your
my bad.
heads.
I should have played this back row. And now he's going to reveal something. And it's going to be, oh, it's going to be iron most of the times, isn't it? Oh my, and he just gets 10 points for free. Oh god, that's not good. I think I have to do this first.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Oh my, this is gonna be difficult.
I must thank you. Your fortress has superbly solid walls.
Superbly solid walls. Okay, he's revealed Isbel. I don't think Isbel's gonna get be the highest unit. So this is what it's actually gonna be. That is pretty insane. That is pretty insane. Pretty crazy, honestly. I might just play for Isbel as my win condition. Dude, he's getting like... And every time a unit dies, it just like spawns another unit for like 10 times. That's so unfair. That is so unfair. That is ridiculous. Like, how are you meant to win that? Jesus.
Enough! I do not need to hear this.
Oh my.
Kill her!
He's gonna pass here. Oh, wow. Okay. Honestly, wait, what if I just... I think Wagenberg's enough here. It should be. Yeah, okay. Good, 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 good. Oh, no. Oh, but it killed units. Oh, God. That's not good. In the least. Oh, God, that is so bad. Oh, my God. How am I actually going to win this now? Oh, I can use this. I can use this. Thank God for a parasite, honestly. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. This is absolutely bananas. What the hell?
Waste of time for one like me.
Dude, how am I? Okay, I'm so many points down already. And now it's gonna spawn another unit. Oh my God, that is so... Oh no, I played... Okay, Isabel.
When will you ever
But I can put
learn?
Isabel back into my deck. Nice, I'll use Isabel now. She's not that big, right? Actually, she's pretty bad, actually. Wow. We actually might lose this.
I'm a
Alright. Oh. Oh no, not another bomber. Okay. Now I have to lead her now, I think. I have to put Isabel back into the deck. And play like, I don't know, these dead cards. Yeah, play these dead cards.
Greetings. What is it?
Alright. Should be okay though. I mean, we're so many cards down. Oh my God, and he keeps getting these cards. Jesus. I'm like so many cards down.
I'm surrounded by fools.
Oh my. Alright, I'm gonna need Isabel to carry me here. Alright, Isabel, please carry me. Alright, Gabor's also pretty good. Gabor could also kind of carry quite a bit here.
Scheiß in Trade!
Oh my God, this is so ridiculous though. Alright, we got... I mean, we're on the same cards here, right? I mean, we're just one card down here, realistically. That's not too bad. And we got another bomb heaver. That is very important. Another bomb heaver is very, very important here. But we only play true trinkets with... Oh. But we can yoink this now. We can yoink this very much so. That's very good for us. Oh, we are gonna yoink that. We are so gonna yoink that with the muzzle.
Murder a pint.
Yeah, that's definitely a yoink here from us. Alright, how much is Isabel? Isabel isn't too much. Oh God. Maybe Isabel won't be enough here.
Varu?
I think I go double bomber here all day.
I smell a leak.
I need to get these passive points now. And play for another bomber and I guess Arnjolf. It's fine.
You mad? Don't say that.
We gotta avenge. We gotta avenge Gascon here, dude. Otherwise, it's pointless. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of losers.
Ass.
No, come on, play some bronze cards, sir. Would you? Could you play some bronze cards, man? That would make me very happy.
Army's a waste of
Play
time.
with some bronze cards now. Oh, I should have used my Petricite there. Actually, there's a bit of points there. Every point actually matters in this battle. Oh my God, these 10 points per turn is kind of ridiculous, though. Ooh, heavy fire scorpion. This could be good for our Isabel, actually. Oh, we also get to play a card? Okay. Oh my. How many limits does he have? Does it not show how many times this works still when I kill a unit? I want another one of these cavalry dudes. Okay. I mean, I'll play... I could play this now. I mean, this is 20, right? Yeah, it's 40 points. That's still good enough. Okay, we're quite a few points up here. And Isabel could be pretty big here. 83 on Isabel right now. Oh, but then... Oh my God. Draw 3 cards and boost all by 2? And then boost by 10? Oh my God, that is so good. But we can boost Isabel up by quite a few points here, actually. I think I played this naked and then
anyone
just
asks,
played my Isabel for like
you've not seen
36, which you shouldn't be able to kill in any way. Because this is, I mean, it's just a 3. It lost all of its armor, right? The problem is he's gonna have a lot of time here.
Order will triumph.
Oh
It must
my
triumph.
god. Oh god. This is so hard.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Okay. Play Isabel next, I have to. Isabel on 200.
Archers, let it be night.
Damage all enemies by
Obscure
4.
the sun with arrows.
Oh, that's good actually. Because Isabel would die to that. Oh wow, Isabel would actually die to that. Oh my god. Okay, so Isabel, we're putting Isabel on a 42, so it should be impossible to kill her.
Anger and suffering.
For him.
What?
Oh, we can also use leader now. Oh, we can use leader here. Wait, what's in my deck? My deck's kind of bugged out here. Okay, whatever. Alright, we got these lads. I think we just play a bunch of strays.
That is the white of an eye from half a league
Dish,
away.
dish, dish. And dish, dish, dish. This should be okay. How much does he boost? 400. 400 points is quite a lot, actually. And now it's more. Now it's 500. 500 on this could be pretty decent. Oh, but he keeps drawing cards. Uh-oh. Not good at all. Alright, we do this. Lag the game out a bit. That's fine.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Alright, we can kill some dudes though. Alright, we get some passive points here as well. Okay. This works against this pretty well. Oh my, and he still has like the limit on that? Oh my, that is so unfair. Okay. I mean, we got a lot of points here. And we can get more with Isabel and the Alchemist, so let's just do that as well. Just to be safe here. Alright, alright. I mean, this is looking alright. This is looking, I mean, he's getting 10 points per turn. But is he getting 700 something points per turn? That is a different question. Oh, this is placed for 0. So that's good. Oh my. Oh, Isabel would already be on 200 again. Now we wait. Now we just wait, basically. This is just a waiting game at this point. We got Parasite back, but that doesn't really do much. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. That's not that great. He's gonna lose more points when this dies. That's good, that's good, that's good. That is very good. Alright. How much would Isabel be on now? Oh, it's still 200. 260. Dude, she just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's just a... I have no idea what's going on at this point anymore. But I think we're looking good here. Like, he needs a lot of points here. Like, a lot of points. And we're getting passive points here as well. I mean, he's getting a lot of passive points as well. Getting 10 points per turn, for God's sakes. But we're on 800 now. When did that happen? How much is Isabel on? Oh my god, Isabel is another, like, 500 probably in the next turn. She's... Oh, she's 520. What the hell? But this is actually looking pretty good. First try as well. First try. First try. If we win this first try, I'm actually kind of happy. I mean, he played a 0-point card there with this ambush. That's not gonna make that much of a difference. Okay, it's looking better and better. We've kept these 800 points quite well. How much would Isabel be on now? Isabel's still 500 something points. That's a bit nuts. Oh yeah, this Alba kind of carried us. This Alba very much carried us. Alright, this is game over though. We've avenged Gascon, man. Yeah! And that's it. That's the end of Thronebreaker, I believe. That's it. That's game over. We finished the game just like that. Yeah, those 10 points ain't gonna make a difference, brother. Beautiful.
Where is he? Tell me where!
There, he's right there. Get him. Come on.
Nilfgaard had the upper hand, yet the black-clad spirits had suffered. They now made more use of shields than of swords.
Yeah.
When Meve finally broke through their line,
We're gonna get Ardle,
raised
and
their
we're gonna
arms
slap
and
him.
surrender.
We're gonna slap him.
Rivia
Slap,
Castle
slap,
had
slap, slap,
fallen.
slap.
It was hers once more.
Throker! Name to win!
Meve showed her prisoners of war mercy,
Yes.
knowing full well they'd only followed orders.
Those goddamn
Death
orders.
would be the fate of only Old Erzberg, the one Nilfgaardian who'd issued those commands. Alas, the general had disappeared.
What? No!
A prisoner revealed Erzberg had fled as soon as the Lyrians had surged towards the upper keep. He had glided down to the lower castle in a wicker basket for transporting
we couldn't avenge
curled up beneath potato skins and other scraps. He'd
But at least he
scurried
looks
away,
really
not
pathetic.
unlike a common maggot.
He looks really pathetic. But we
Meve
couldn't avenge
cursed her
him.
luck and leaned back against a merlin.
At least we're
Dawn
home.
was yet a few hours off, but the horizon had already begun to glow blood red. The Nilfgaardian reserves now drew near, too late to prevent the castle's fall.
Alright.
Muttered the queen, more to
wait.
herself than anyone else.
Wait,
I
so
swear
what happens
on
now?
Sacred, I'll catch the bastard.
I'm guessing it's like a
But now we've
cutscene that just
oppressed the
shows how
matters
she
seated,
defeats Ardle at
preparing
the
the
end.
defense.
That night, the war turned, with the battle for Rivia Castle as its fulcrum. Meve's great victory, not only retaking the stronghold in a single evening, but also fending off a further invading army, proved the Nilfgaardian Colossus had feet of clay. The armies of the north had united and now seemed to be on the attack everywhere. Imperial forces, while still far more numerous, lay stretched over thousands of miles. Their position was untenable, and Nilfgaard's commanders knew this. In a decisive battle, they yet stood a chance, so they gave said battle, and suffered a resounding defeat.
Yes, that's us.
Just a few months on from that
there he
memorable
is.
night in Rivia, the Imperial army was in utter disarray. Old Erzberg, the fortress, remained a last point of resistance. General Fdahe and what had
Old
survived of
Erzberg.
army
Where was that
group
again?
had dug in there, this place, where Nilfgaard had triumphed grandly in the war's
Is that in
early
Eden?
days.
I think it was in Eden.
Now bear witness to its impending defeat. It seems history, after all, has a sense of justice, or humor, or both. Though Meve had already reclaimed her realm, she refused to retire her sword just yet. For King Demavend had requested
Oh, yeah,
her
it was
aid in
Eddard. Okay,
purging
yeah, it was-
Eddard
it
of
was
the
Eddard.
invader. How could she refuse? She owed the king a favor, firstly. Yet she also had a burning desire to settle the score.
Oh
with
yeah,
Eddard.
we have a big score to settle here,
Demavend's envoy
lads.
and I spoke, Your Majesty. The king has Old Erzberg surrounded. He awaits and won't begin the assault till you arrive.
Good.
Wait, what?
I truly hate to miss it.
Yeah, so what's going on here?
Tell the troops to prepare. Gear and ire.
Right, so
Of
what's
course,
happening
Your Grace.
here now? What do,
Yes? Is there something else?
Pardon my boldness, Your Grace, but I can't help but be concerned. You don't sleep. You've the air of illness about you.
I think back to that night in Rivia often, to Gascon's death. Perhaps I made a mistake. Perhaps he didn't have to die.
he didn't have to die, but he wanted to, and he.
He didn't, Your Majesty. He needn't have been there at all. I'm a soldier. I swore to serve you. Gascon, not so. He might have left at any time. Guilt, pity trouble you, Your Grace. I know. But he signed on willingly and knew exactly what for. Gascon gave his life for he thought you worthy of it.
Gascon.
There's no greater proof of friendship. No greater gift one can give.
What a man.
Accept it, Your Grace.
What
And
a
remember him with gratitude, not sorrow.
You're right, man.
You're right. I thank you, Reynard. That I needed to hear. We've talked enough. We must march on to Old Erzberg.
Your
wait,
Grace,
what?
if I may. Some of our comrades in arms would like a word with you. The war nears its end. Paths are likely to diverge.
I see. Thank you.
Wait, so is this like
I
a
shall
whole
stop
new
by the
map?
rest tent later.
Wait, is this a whole new map? Oh, it's very small. It seems very small, at least. Okay. We got. I mean, there's still scraps, so there must be some stuff still going on. Oh, we got some people fighting here. We got some more fighting to do. I thought it was over. I thought it was all over.
The Lyrian army had grown into a great serpent. So much so that riding at the column's tail, Niamh could not see its head. Footmen, cavalry, and archers stretched like a glistening snake between two horizons.
Yeah, we got a pretty big
Niamh
army.
had come a long way indeed, and she felt proud, as did Willow, riding at her side. At first, the troops had eyed the prince suspiciously, if not with hatred. But they'd watched him fight for weeks now, and saw him as one of their own. Suddenly, Niamh heard angry cries and the clash of steel against steel, all at the column's front.
Close ranks! To the left! Man's left! Support the flank!
Niamh drew her sword, spurred her horse, and galloped forward along the line of troops. Then, through the swirling battle dust, she spotted shimmering golden sounds.
Fdahe. Could it be? No, it's just doesn't look like it's gonna be Fdahe. It's a shortened story battle. Classic. Okay. Douche. 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 Douche.
Surround them!
Surround them!
Must be an
Wait,
important lesson.
once ally is destroyed, flee the battlefield? What does that mean? What does that mean?
For you, pal!
Okay, trinkets. Douche, douche, douche. I'm gonna yank you. Boost you. Attempt to kill you. Take you back. And then play 2 stray bombers, and that should be good for the game. That's a GG already, pretty much.
You mad?
I mean, we beat Ardle, and Ardle was like 10 points per. Wait, what does this leader do? That would be the number of allied units. That ain't like compared to like the 10 points. Wait.
101, 102, 103.
Wait, so one dies and all of them leave? Well, that's kind of sad.
You can try to win them all.
That's very pathetic.
152, 154.
Jesus. I mean, this is looking pretty dire for them. Do I feel bad? Not really. No.
Army's a waste of time.
I think I literally could pass here and still win. Let's play this out, I guess.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, God.
They just have a bunch of recruits. That's not that good.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
They hide well. I mean, we don't have Gascon anymore. That's so sad.
Can't take anymore.
I actually wonder if I pass, I think I still win. Like, I'm actually gonna pass here to see what happens.
Mercy! Have mercy!
Have mercy. You didn't show any mercy to Gascon now, did you?
Normally disciplined,
I mean,
determined
it wasn't
to an
really his
extreme,
doing, so.
These Nilfgaardians quickly broke rank and ran.
Deserters. Leaderless, Your Grace.
A scout reported.
Headed south they was, towards the frontier.
Chained prisoners now sat along the dusty road. Niamh stopped in front of one. He was ragged and unshaven. Flies had taken an interest in his poorly bandaged hand. Spotting the queen, he lowered his head and quivered with terror.
I know you take us for savages,
Began Niamh, her gaze passing over several scraggy black clads.
but fear not. We shan't flay you alive nor eat you for dinner. And when a truce is signed, you'll be sent home, where I most sincerely hope you'll stay this time.
As the queen mounted her horse, she barely concealed a grimace. Her thighs were sore and chafed, her hands raw from the reins. But she bit her lip and rode on, for the prize was now very near.
Very near. How near? I don't know. How near was it actually?
Old Erzberg when it fell. Broke my heart, that did. But not complete. I will take it back.
Niamh
what's
was
going on
listening to a scout's report when screams suddenly burst from the prisoner transport.
Hmm?
In a moment, Niamh bore witness to a truly macabre sight.
Uh-oh.
The Nilfgaardian captives, to whom she had recently been merciful, lay dead, massacred in cold blood among the camp's tents.
Oh no, who did this?
Blast it all.
Seethed the queen, looking at the bloodied corpses. Those responsible for the deed peasants from the quarry at Ravencroft, Meve had welcomed into her ranks. The harm they'd endured from
Ravencroftians!
Guardians wielding whips. This was what had festered in their hearts and minds. The Rivians couldn't accept that their oppressors had gone unpunished.
Behavior, honestly.
So they took matters into their own hands, in defiance of the Queen.
There's fiends, not folk,
cried the peasants, now armed and in uniform.
There was old this, plain and simple.
It had been justice by a mob, and Meve knew it should not go unpunished. Yet at the last, ignoring her advisor's counsel, she left the former slaves' fate for their commanders to decide. For the Queen had grown weary of choosing between two evils, each one darker than the other.
We too tired for this now. We too tired for this. All right. I guess we just got tired of all this nonsense. All this deciding between two evils. What's going on here? A new cemetery. One of many that have appeared in the area. Most of the dead have not been identified. The graves unnamed. Our soldiers have requested that we light candles in their honor. Are you willing to set aside some of our coffers for this purpose? Sure, guys. Sure. Doesn't really matter at this point anymore, does it? I don't think there's anything in this map to actually discover. I think we just have to go.
Meve noticed one of her
just as I say that.
certain Corporal Larkin halt his mount and train his gaze on the woods.
Good old
Your Grace,
corporate.
I thought I heard something. Could have sworn. A whisper, maybe, but...
He sounds like Xavier.
Nothing now. It's all gone quiet. I think I might have imagined it, in fact.
Imagined?
Meve placed her hand on his shoulder.
No one has sharper senses than you. If you claim to have heard something, it's worth a closer look.
How can he hear with this thing on?
Corporal Larkin saluted, then rode past the trees. Suddenly in shadow, he keenly scanned his surroundings. Something caught his attention. He dismounted, then brushed aside ferns, exposing tracks made in the mud.
Your Majesty!
He shouted, quickly turning towards the road.
Sound the alarm! It's squirt!
An arrow whisked through the air, pierced his throat, and suddenly silenced him.
No, not
Then
Corporal
the forest came
Larkin!
alive with cries in the Elder tongue.
First you take Gascon,
Elves on the attack.
and now Corporal Larkin? You goddamn elves! You Scoia'tael scum! How could you do this?
It's a trap!
It's a trap! Alright, so they go
Special
first.
prize, just for you, love.
Wait, for real? A 6-point hawker smuggler, that's pretty bad, honestly. I should just play Gabor.
Oh, could murder a pint.
Oh, oops, I messed up my muzzle there. Alright, now we double bomb Beaver. Wait, is this a real battle? Oh, it's a shortened battle. Okay.
Watch your heads!
Should be okay. Alright, let's see what the Scoia'tael have got to offer.
Nay, Dwan vacamist.
Wait, what? That's so bad.
We'll catch
A 6-point archer is so bad. Wait, how do you like? I beat Ardle. What?
Your tricks will not save you, Dwan.
What? What is this? Is this like a joke? Am I meant to fight these guys seriously?
I shall not fail.
Where are your points, sluts? Come on, I expect more of the Scoia'tael. The mighty Scoia'tael.
Right, left, right.
Have strength, my love.
Oh, this can't even do anything. This stays on my side. Oh my god, I think I just passed here, honestly. Oh, another Wagenberg? Sure, whatever. We're already up by 100 points. And they have 3 cards left.
We ought to help one or
Yeah,
the
this
other.
isn't gonna do it, Johnny. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass. Let the misery end. Oh, 10-point tonic! That's pretty good. That's like an entire leader chart for
Sword
Ardle.
and arm be one.
Oh my god.
Renner, stop! We surrender!
Okay. Okay.
The Scoia'tael fighters stood no
Oh, now
chance
he's in
against
his
Meve.
place.
When the sounds of battle finally ceased, the Queen, victorious, tossed aside her arrow-studded shield. She then ordered the commando's leader brought before her. She'd expected a ranter who would turn up his nose, spit in her face, and cry, "Death to all Dwan."
Because death to all
The
Dwan.
blooded elf before her was no arrogant firebrand. He averted his gaze, and his lips gently trembled.
Youthful you look, elf. How many summers to you? 30? More?
27, my lady.
Oh, that's young for an elf.
27. A wonderful age. A shame to die so young.
I beg you, Renna. For mercy, I ask. If not for me, then at the least for...
Mercy? You jest. You wait in ambush, come at us like bandits, and now you dare ask for mercy.
It was no ambush.
Don't play me for a fool. I know what I saw, and am no stranger to warcraft.
It's not you we wished to fight. Sverre.
Then who killed Corporal
Sverre
Larkin?
probably means I swear.
Werebubs?
When we saw you on the high road, we fell back and hid in the wood. We wanted you to pass. Your scout's hearing very keen. He heard something, then spotted our tracks. You must understand. We had no choice.
You might have surrendered.
You might have surrendered.
Like Tristan's commando. Is that what you mean? They laid down their arms before an Edirnian general, who ordered them hanged. One and all.
Could that be Rayla? Probably not.
If we're to die,
Rayla wasn't a general,
we prefer
was she?
to die bows and swords in hand.
Why are you here? Were you to rescue Fdahe?
Rescue someone? No, Renna. We flee. The Nilfgaardians have realized they'll lose the war and have renounced us. Without their support, we stand no chance. Demavend has loosed his hounds. They hunt our units one by one. He's offered 50 gold pieces for the head of each Scoia'tael. It's the same in Temeria and Kedwen, if not worse. We wish to join with your Veth's unit, flee together as far as we could.
You're giving me this information?
Why do you tell me all this?
Because you listen still. You've not ordered me killed, so you've clearly a heart. Eseth Aina Edu. I beg you. So few of us remain, all tired, all wounded. We pose no threat.
I'm tired
Let us
too,
leave
man.
your realm. Let
And my
us
heart
flee.
is wounded since the loss of Gascon. So you can go.
Enough senseless killing for one day. So be it. You're free to leave.
I don't know how to thank you.
Make certain I don't ever regret this decision.
Yeah,
'Twould be
if I
thankful.
regret this decision, I'm done. I'm done with this.
Thank you for your compassion towards me and all my folk.
Meave personally unfastened the prisoner's chains as her Lyrians looked on in silence. They did not approve, this was clear. Their displeasure was palpable.
Nah, who cares? The morale's still high, so whatever. Morale is still high, even after all of this nonsense. Yeah, tell them how it is. Whoa, look at that. That's a siege if I've ever seen one. Yeah, man, I know. I'm very honorable. Who's in this tent?
The Lyrian corps neared Old Erzberg, and it could not have been on a more idyllic day. The sun shone, birds sang, trees rustled in a light breeze. But Meave saw it as she had at the war's start. Walls illumined by a fire's glow, the cries of fleeing civilians, the stench of burning flesh. As on that day, Old Erzberg was under siege. Yet this time, Eden's flags fluttered in the field, while Nilfgaard's tattered sons crowned the fort's towers. The Queen found Demavend's tent without difficulty. Made of sheets of silk edged with silver thread, it positively shone.
Seems the realm's restored to a virtuous path,
muttered Meave.
Aha!
Hey,
There
my
she
boy
is.
Demavend.
Queen Meave, savior of the North, the Sun Slayer.
Sunslayer? Now that's a good name.
Mockery I don't appreciate.
Hey, that's not
I
mockery.
wouldn't dare. Not my words, those. You've been painted thus in song. Master Dandelion himself wrote a ballad.
Oh, after he abandoned me? That little bastard?
Take the bard at his word. You're as fierce with a blade as any witcher.
Is that jealousy I hear?
To be perfectly honest, Meave, it is. For I hadn't the pluck nor resolve. And when all the North tuck-tail went to sight, you alone stepped up and bared your fangs.
Let it be a lesson for the future to us all.
You called out the future. Tell me, how's your son?
Baldwin. Oh.
Baldwin.
Growing like a weed he is. And the spitting image of his old man.
Good news all, especially given the mother's profession.
She's now Countess Demeretta of Gullet, a lady of the court.
Of Gullet? Wait, isn't Letha of Gullet the one who assassinates Demavend? Huh. Seems kind of fishy to me, honestly.
Ooh, your lawful wife must be thrilled.
Hard to say in truth. I've not seen her in some time.
Oh.
Duty keeps me away, you understand.
Oh, that's not good though.
You
That's not that great, honestly.
You might say so indeed. But enough about me. As we're chirping away like two gossips in the field, do tell me, what of Willow?
He's here with me.
Ah. In chains, perhaps?
No, he's just chilling right there, man.
In coronet and robes. We came to an understanding. What's past is past. A lesson for the future? What do you mean?
My dear, this war won't change a bloody thing, you know.
Never does.
Nilfgaard will be Nilfgaard, the North, the North. We'll sign a truce, the Blackclads will turn tail towards home. But the old borders don't satisfy us so.
I'm perfectly satisfied with them, thank you. And I just wish other folk would respect them too.
You're one hell of a warrior.
No, I'm a legend, bro. I'm not a warrior, I'm a legend.
You've got to broaden it. Nilfgaard, we cannot allow it to regain strength and spirit. Else we'll face another invasion within a decade or two. Measures are required. Preventive, preemptive, whatever the learned call it. Build an army, a vast one. Wait in ambush. And when they least expect it, break their bloody spine. Just think, if we were to join forces.
Oh.
Enough.
No,
I don't wish to hear it.
No, we don't want to do
Won't even
that.
entertain
We
the
don't want to
thought.
do that.
I'll help you take Old Erzberg, but then I'll go home, where, God's willing, I'll live to a ripe old age.
As you wish. We can mount the assault at any time, but...
But?
My scouts report a small Nilfgaardian force approaching from the south. They've stayed off the roads, moved only under the cover of night, escorting someone.
Who?
I've no notion. Could be a mage. Devilishly unpredictable, that lot. Could wreak havoc in our ranks. Either way, before we rush at the walls, we must make certain they don't reach Old Erzberg at all.
I shall see to it.
Are you sure? You've just arrived. Must be weary after the long journey.
I just
An
want to get this over
understatement if I
done.
ever heard one.
I just want to get this over
But
and
I
done
wish
with.
all this to be over, quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Neve set out after the Nilfgaardians immediately,
Oh,
a cavalry
hello.
escort in tow.
That looks pretty cool.
Her unmatched scouts, who had led the army through the mountains of Mahakam
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Angren swamps,
our army's OP,
quickly
dude.
found the enemy's
They've been all over the place.
It's not far now.
So much
That
experience.
very same day, Neve's force caught up to the mysterious black-clad unit. Lyrian riders surrounded the foe, forcing the Nilfgaardians to halt. All felt so quiet, the creaking of taut Lyrian bowstrings could be discerned.
The common tongue. Which of you knows it?
I do, Your Majesty.
You also know who you deal with, I see. What is your name?
Kaldvin, Your Majesty.
At last. A Nilfgaardian name I can pronounce. So, Kaldwin. It seems this war will reach its end in 2 days' time.
Vrigriff.
Twould be silly to die today.
Abdahi
wouldn't you
isn't that
agree?
hard to pronounce.
It would, milady.
Precisely. I've spilled enough blood. I've lost the appetite for more.
No.
So, provided you don't give me a
Abdahi.
good reason to kill you, you'll walk away with your lives. Now tell me. You carry something for General Fdahe. What is it?
A letter.
Urgent to the point of insanity, it must be. Who wrote it? The dear Madame Fdahe?
No, Your Majesty. The Emperor.
My,
Emir.
my. A letter from Emir himself. You must be an important person.
Alright.
A noble or... Yet your uniform is simple, with no discernible distinctions. Who are you truly, Coldwin? A spy?
A simple messenger, Your Majesty.
Don't lie. I know messengers, how they travel. Alone, armorless, atop a swift steed. You're escorted by cavalry of the heavy sort.
Well, how else is he gonna get there, to be fair?
For I often carry orders the recipients don't wish to perform, thus the escort.
Give me the letter.
I've sworn to deliver it to General Fdahe, or to die in the quest to do so.
Oh, very well.
Die? Well then, go and die.
And return it to you.
There's no much
you
choice.
Break no vow, and who knows? You might even survive.
And if I refuse?
Guess.
So be it. I accept your offer.
Meave's translator cracked the seal and read. And as he read, his eyes grew wide as saucers. Then he whispered in the Queen's ear.
Truly. And you're certain you're not mistaken. The wonders of this world.
Oh, what is in this letter?
Coldwin, consider this your lucky day. I allow
It's
you
a
to complete
dick
your
butt.
mission with one proviso.
It's a dick butt.
And that is?
That when you hand him the letter,
Imagine.
you will give the general my regards.
As Coldwin and escort set
Oh,
off towards
what is in that letter, dude?
Illyrian
It's
soldiers
definitely a
looked at
dick
their
butt
queen
now.
with
I'm
disbelief.
20% certain
To
it's a dick
Nilfgaardian
butt.
to fulfill a secretive task. Meave failed to stifle a rather mean laugh.
It's definitely. It's. I'm now up to 60%. It's 60% a dick butt. Just a picture of dick butt from Emir, signed by Emir.
General Fdahe had prefaced Lyria's and Rivia's invasion with a series of arrogant demands. The Nilfgaardian had been impudent, as he had felt sure he'd achieve a quick and decisive victory.
Oh, that didn't go as planned.
Yet several months on, he too received an ultimatum. One signed by Emperor Emir var Emreis himself. The missive was concise and left no room for interpretation.
Suicide if you ever
With
try
General
to let go.
Fdahe dead, the Nilfgaardian army.
Why is
descended
Hansel
into
and Foltest
chaos.
there? They didn't do
The kings
anything.
of the North, united, took advantage and struck at the foe. Their victory was complete. The Nordling forces cheered their commanders and monarchs, but for none so vehemently as the one queen among them. Many dream of achieving the impossible. Meave had done it. Through wit, determination, and boldness, she had thwarted the Nilfgaardian invasion. The queen would rule for many more years. Stern, yet ever just.
Ah, so alas,
Is that it?
north from the Black Clans.
What happened to Odo?
To put it.
What happened to Isbel? Willem?
She find herself one in the end.
Leave it be. Bloke's been spinning the tale all night. Story's done. Time we got some shut
Keep going, man. What is this?
Yes. Particularly as we've yet a long road before us.
Phew. Throat must be parched as old leather after all that. Except, I'm itching to know what happened to the lot of them. Reynard, Gascon.
Oh, Gascon.
Very well.
We don't know what happened to Gascon.
Whom shall we start with? Willem? He worked hard to regain his mother's trust and
Hey,
respect.
my man.
Took on many daring missions, regardless of the risks. The lad who Nilfgaard had wielded as a tool now sowed terror along its borders, and appeared a successor most worthy of Meave.
Good job, my boy.
Meave spared no expense in bidding Gascon farewell. His peer lords themselves bore the casket, and soldiers in parade dress beat the funeral drums. The Duke of Dogs, a marauder, was interred with honors befitting the truest of royals. As news of the Nordling victory filtered south, Nilfgaard's inhabitants greeted it with disbelief. Returning Imperial soldiers told stories of Lyria's cruel queen, who murdered prisoners and sullied sacred laws. They referred to her as Gvaeldet, the bloodthirsty one. With the advent of peace, tensions waned. Lyria's and Rivia's disparate races seemed to live harmoniously, side by side. The Queen pressed for new laws aimed at curbing oppression. They were a step towards more
equality,
enlightened
baby.
rule. yet sadly were habitually broken.
This guy's just like, no!
And
Psych!
he, as I said, she ruled with an iron hand, not fist. And with her son's unwavering support.
Yeah.
She could now trust him again. A great victory, greater even than Rivia's liberation. And now, if you
Wait, but what happened to Odo?
Leave him be, lads. Let him get some rest.
What happened to Odo?
Till the time comes for the next tale.
Ooh. Is that it? What a game. What a great story. I have some issues with the gameplay, but other than that, I mean, the story was fantastic. Great characters, great emotions, everything on point right there. And that is, or should I say, that was Thronebreaker. And that was it. Thank you so much for watching this series. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did enjoy it a lot. Now, a like would be very much appreciated for the final episode, and obviously if you also want to see more content from me, or maybe like play some other games in the future, do feel free to subscribe. If you want to see more of some different content, maybe write down in the comments what other games you might want me to play. I will be playing Last of Us and Cyberpunk when they will come out eventually. That is something I know 100%, and I will also be making videos around those. But if there's any other games you want me to play from the past or in the future, write them down in the comments. And yeah, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.